Hi, welcome back. It's me, Kim. Today our video is going to be the second part of the mail merge process. Today we'll do envelopes and labels. A couple days ago we did the letter. I'm going to try to link to it, but I'm not sure if that'll work. I've never done it before, so we'll see. In case you didn't see that video, I'm going to explain what mail merge is. It's basically taking data from an Excel or other program and inserting it, merging it with a Word document. You can do envelopes, labels, letters of course, even emails. It's really a time saver and quite useful. So you can personalize things after you've done the merge, but it makes a form letter basically, or an envelope. So you set up your template of how you want your envelopes to look. It pulls your data from your Excel worksheet and compiles it together with the Word document that we create, and voila, you can print your envelopes and labels. It's really fun to do. It's fun to watch it come into fruition. A lot of people are very afraid to try this, I think because there's a lot of steps, but it's not difficult, and if you follow the wizard, it's pretty easy. I'm going to show you my contact list. This is the same one we used for the letters. It opens on the other screen, sorry. So it has more information than we really need. Okay, so it has other information in here. All we're really going to use for the envelopes, first and last name, the address, and city and state. I don't have a zip code field, but that's fine. So first we're going to do envelopes, and then I'll do labels after that. So it's very simple. I just wanted to show you this. These are our field names, so we're going to use these in the merge. If you're creating a worksheet from scratch with your names and addresses, make the column names very logical so that you'll understand what it is later, and when you're pulling it into a mail merge, you'll know exactly what field is what. You can put the names together, they don't have to be separated. Like you could say John and Mary Green, that could be all one field if you wanted to. Especially if you're doing this for personal, you might want to think about how you want these names listed out. You could do the Green family, however you want to do it. It's all up to you. Just make sure you label the column names appropriately. Okay, so let's open up a Word document. Let's go here. We'll open up Word. This is Word 365 from Office 365. It's a tiny bit different in 2016 and 2019 versions of Word. Similar enough, you'll be able to figure it out. So let's open a blank document. Then we're going to go up to the Mailings tab, which is right here. Now, once you've done this a few times, you don't have to go through the wizard. I still use the wizard, and I've done this hundreds of times. I just, it kind of walks you through it. I don't know. I don't think it saves you any time to do it yourself. I think going through the wizard is just fine. So it's this bottom one, step-by-step mail merge wizard. Okay, so now we're in here, and over here on the right is going to feed us through the process and explain what's going on. So what type of document are you working on? We're going to do envelopes. So it says print addressed envelopes for a group mailing. Click next to continue. So go down here, next. Okay, so here it says, how do you want to set up your envelopes? Do we want to change this document layout? Yes, we do. It doesn't look like an envelope. Okay, so down here, we're going to choose our envelope size. So there's a whole bunch in here already, if you know what kind you have and what size it is. Otherwise, you can look at the description here, the sizes, and figure out, okay, so we're going to use a 9. Let's just say a 9. So we picked the size 9, which is fine. We can change the font for the delivery address. We can change the font for the return address. So like if you want this kind of small, you could I mean, I don't know which one you want to pick. Let's just do Georgia. That looks fine. Maybe like 9, because you want that a little bit smaller. This return address. Click OK. But let's say you want this a little bit bigger, and maybe you want to pick a different font. I don't know. I'm trying to pick something. Modern Love is not. Oh, that's pretty. I don't think we want that. It's kind of hard to read. Whatever. Let's just pick this. You can pick whatever you want. But let's say you want it 14, so it's maybe a little bit bigger. And press OK. And now we're going to say OK, because we've got that. You can click the printing options. It shows, you can look at your printer and how, like if you open up the front tray of your printer, you have to look at the little picture and see if you're supposed to print, which way you're supposed to put the envelopes in. It'll tell you. So just look at the picture on the actual printer. It'll have a little image for the envelopes. Okay, so now this looks much more like an envelope. Okay, so now we're going to select our recipients. You can use an existing list, use your Outlook contacts, or type a new list. We're going to use our existing list. So we have to browse and find our list, which is on the desktop. Number 2. And yes, it has our first row of data contains column headers. It does. Okay, so here's all of our... I like to sort alphabetically, but you can sort whichever way you want. So I sort by last name. You can sort by first name, by street, city, whatever, but I sort by last name. And just press OK. So now you'll notice I have a couple blank lines. You want to unclick those because we don't want to print envelopes that are blank. Okay, so then we scroll down. Everything else looks fine. If you have a huge list, contact list on Excel, if you click here, it can help you find duplicates. That way you don't print an extra envelope that you don't need. Okay, so press OK. Nothing happened. Nothing was supposed to happen. Okay, so now we're going to arrange our envelope. So we come here, and this is our return address. This is going to be, just type 1's, let's just say Los Angeles, California. I don't know. That's probably a good address. I have no idea. So then you click down here where the address is. It'll only let you click in the right spot. So now we're going to add our address fields for our mail merge. You can do the address block, but I'm going to show you how to do it this way, because that way you'll know how to use the mail merge. So you click more items. So we want to put the first name. You do insert and then close. And now we're going to put a space. More items. Last name. Insert and then close. Hit return. Now it's down the next line. We're going to put the street address here. So more items. We're going to put street. Insert. Close. Now press return. More items, city, insert, close, and you want a comma, space, more items, state, insert, close, and then a space, and then you would put your zip code. I don't have zip code in my field, so that's not going to work. Okay, so now let's see if this worked. We're going to preview our envelopes. So there we go. There's one. So if you want to look at all of them, you can kind of go this way. See, our return address stayed the same, and their address and name and everything is being pulled from that Excel sheet. Okay, so let's complete the merge. So you can print or you can edit individual envelopes. You can print right from here, but I like to edit the envelopes and just do all. Say edit there, and then when it's merged to the new documents, just say all. It's going to bring up a document with all the envelopes one after the other. And let's say we didn't really like how the font turned out, so you just click anywhere in the document. You do Control A, which will highlight everything. And let's just say we just want everyone to have the same font. So just Gill Sans is nice. And there we go. can make it bold, you can make it colored, whatever you want to do. And now you can print them. So that was easy. So you can save this file and print it later. You can print it now, whatever you want to do. Now I'm going to close this out because we're going to go in, I'm not going to save it, we're going to go in and do labels. Very similar. So we're going to use our same data. We're going to open Word, blank document. We're going to go back up to mailings, start mail merge, choose the wizard. This time we're going to choose labels. And now we're going to start our starting document. We'll change this layout based on whatever labels we pick. So keep the little box that your labels come in, or the little envelope, because you're going to need to know what kind it is. So if we, they're all listed here, all the different companies that make labels. So mine are Avery US letter. And then you just look for whatever. See, if you don't know what it is, you can look here and it'll show you. It's on an 8.5 by 11. Each one is 3/4 of an inch by 2 1/4. You can see the details. So if you wanted to measure, like if you had just a bunch of labels laying around and you have no idea what number they are, you could go through these one by one and you can measure all these things and you can figure out which ones you have. These are fine. I'm just going to use these. So press OK. So we have our label options, right? Did I pick it? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to have it in our default tray of our printer. This is Avery. Okay, and then press OK. Oh, I did it twice, but that's okay. We'll click OK. We're going to delete the first one. Now we're using this one. That's fine. Okay, so now we go to select recipients. We're going to use our existing list. So browse. We're going to point to that again. It's on the desktop. And yes, it has column headers. Okay, we're going to sort again by last name. And there's our 2 blank ones. We'll get rid of those. And then press OK. This is normal. There's nothing in this one. And next record, next record. So right now we're going to arrange our labels. So you click on Arrange Labels. We're going to put our more items. We're going to do just like we did last time. First name, insert, close, space, more items, last name, insert, close. We're going to go down to the next line. Oops. If you hold down Shift and Enter, wait, let's go back up here. If you hold down Shift and Enter, it forces it to be single spaced. I like that. And then street, enter, and then we're going to use Shift, Enter. Oops. Oh, I got to close out of that. Okay, close this. Sorry, that was my mistake. I left that over. I didn't close it. Got too many streets there. Okay, Shift, Enter, and then more items. City, enter, close, comma, space, more items. State, enter, close, and then you would do the zip code, space, and then you into the zip code if you had that. I don't have that. All right, now that we have our layout ready, now we go over here to update all labels. So it'll change them all to match that. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and see how it looks. This next record obviously will not print. It's just saying that there's another record. So now let's preview our labels. There we go. So there's our labels. So then you just complete the merge and then edit individual labels again. Or you can print, but this way you can save it. So if you do edit individual labels and then all, then you can save this file and then print it later if you wanted to, or print it multiple times. So this is a really time-saving thing. It's very easy once you figure it out. So hopefully my instructions here helped. and you feel comfortable doing some envelopes and labels and letters. Mail merge is fun. It's nothing to be afraid of. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click like and also subscribe so you can find me again. Thanks so much for listening.